Book of Proverbs. Well, my notes, but still. 9, 4 through 6. Who is simple than them, turn here. As for those wanting understanding, she says to them, 9, 5, come and eat and drink, which I have prepared. Or come eat and drink what I prepared. 9, 6, forsake the foolish and live. Go in the way of understanding. 8:35, who finds thy finds life, shall obtain favor of thy. 8:36, those sinning against wrongs, so those sinning against wrongs their own soul, or sins against their own soul, therefore loves death. Proverbs 8:22, thy hast possessed me in the beginning of thy way, before thy works of old. 8:20, thy leads in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the path of judgment. 8:19, thy fruit is better than gold. 8:18, riches and honors are with thy, durable riches and honor. 8:17, thy is true to whom love thy, and seek thy early, and will find thy. 8:13, respect of thy is to hate evil. Pride and arrogancy, the evil ways and forward mouth, aren't of thy ways. 9:8, correct not a scorner unless they hate you. So I have 9:7, he that reproves a scorner brings shame to himself and gets a blot. 10:2, treasures of wickedness profit nothing. Righteousness delivers from evil. 10:3, thy won't allow the righteous to fall to famine, yet cast away the sustenance of the wicked. 12:10, the righteous even regard of the wild beast. Wicked tends mercy is cruel. So the righteous even regards the wild beast, but yet the wicked tender mercy is cruel. 12:11, and those following vain humans are void of understanding. 12:13, wicked are snared by transgressing lips. The just shall come out of trouble. 12:15, the way of the fool is correct in their own ways or eyes, yet taking counsel makes one wise. 12:17, those speaking truth show righteousness, yet false witnesses show deceit. 13:7, one makes self rich, yet have nothing, and one makes self poor, yet has great riches. 13:18, ransom of a man's life are his riches, yet poor hears not rebuke. 13:10, only pride brings contention, with the well-advised is wisdom. 13:11, wealth earned by vanity will diminish, and those laboring shall increase. 13:12 is blank. 13:17, the law of the wise is a fountain of life, to depart from snares of death. 14:9, fools mock sin, with the righteous is favor. 14:10, the heart knows its own bitterness, and the stranger does not intermeddle with another's joy. 14:22, do they not err who do evil, in mercy and truth to those who do good? 14:25, a true witness delivers their soul, the false witness speaks lies. 14:23, labor brings profit, talk of lips only tends to perjury or pernery. 14:24, the crow of the wise, or I guess the crow, or get be crown of the wise, I guess, yeah, are their riches, and the foolishness of the fools are their folly. I guess that was a crown. 14:30, sound heart is the life to the flesh, envy rotteth the bones. 14:32, the wicked driven away in their wickedness, and righteous have hope in death. 15:33, respect for thy is instruction of wisdom, before honor is humility. 1433 Wisdom rests in the hearts of the overstanding. What's in the midst of fools are made known. 1434 Righteousness exalts a nation, and sin is a reproach. 1435 King's favor is with his servants, yet his wrath is against one who causes shame. I go back real quick. I believe it's the book of Romans 4:13. The promise that we'd be heirs was through Abraham, or wasn't through Abraham. I guess through Abraham, or nor his seed, but yet through the law, but through righteousness. Yeah, I'm not sure. 4:13 of I guess I believe it's saying it's not. Yeah, that's what it says. Promise. Yeah, so not through Abraham, nor thy seed, nor through the law, but through thy faith. I believe. Haggai 1:4. It's time for you to dwell in sealed houses, and this house is laid waste. 1:5. Consider your ways and situation. 1:6. You eat yet don't have enough. You have water, and yet there's not enough. Clothes, but yet do not keep you warm. You earn wages, and it is gone before you see it. Yawn. 1:47. Yahushua saw Nathanael coming, saying, Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom there is no guile. 3:11. We speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen. You receive not our witness. 13:12 through 13 is blank. 3:12 through 13 is blank. 3:17. Thy sent the Son into the world, not to condemn, yet to save it. 3:18 through 21 is blank. 1 Corinthians 5:12. What I have to do to judge those who are without, do not judge them. Oh, do you not judge them who are within. 5:15 or 5:13. Yet those who are without thy past judgment, therefore put away from yourselves the evil people. 6:8. You do wrong and defraud at your brethren. 6:7. This is a fault among you, for you go to the law with one another. And why do you rather take wrong? Why do you rather yourselves be defrauded? 6:6. For brother goes to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers. 6:1 through 5 is blank. 6:9 through 11 is blank. 1 Timothy 6:3. If anyone teaches otherwise, consenting not to wholesome words, even words of the Most High Yahushua Christ, to the doctrine which is according to the good or the godliness. 6:4. He is proud, knowing nothing, yet doting about questions and strifes of words, wherefore comes envy, strife, frailing or railing, evil surmisings. 6:5. Perverse disputing of humans, of corrupt minds, destitute of the truth, supposing that gain of is godliness, from such withdrawn thyself. Or from such withdraw yourselves. 6:9. Yet they that be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown humans in destruction and perdition. 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, while some coveted after, they erred in the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. 2 Timothy 1:8. Be not ashamed of the testimony of thy, nor of me thy prisoner, yet be partakers of the affliction of the gospels according to the power of the Most High. 1:7. Thy hasn't given us a spirit of fear, yet of power, love, and sound mind. 1:6. I stir up in you the remembrance of the gift of thy, which is in you, or of you, by the putting on of the hands of you, 1:5, Grandmother Lois and Mother Eunice. I'm not sure. 1:11, I am an appointed preacher, an apostle, and a teacher to the Gentiles. Job 40 verse 7. Gird up your loins like a man. 40 verse 12. Look on everyone who is proud and bring him low. Kill the wicked where you find them. 40:13. Hide them in the dirt in a secret place. 40:14. Then I'll confess your own right hand is able to save you. Exactly, all that crying, protesting shit.
One of them says, do not be in the street rioting and drunkenness.
Jeremiah 8:6. I listened, yet no one repented. Spoke what is not right, saying, what have we done? Everyone turned to their own path and beliefs. 8:5. Why has Jerusalem slid back from perpetual backsliding, holding fast to deceit and refusing to return? 8:4. When the humans fall down, do they not get up? When turned away, do they not return? Ask the Most High. 8:3. Wherever I banish them, the saviors of their evil nations prefer to life. I guess. 8:2. They'll spread them before the sun, moon, and stars, whom they loved, who they served, who they followed, who they worshipped, and would be buried, yet also dung upon the face of the earth. It won't be buried. So they'll spread them before the sun, the moon, and stars of creation, whom they loved and who they served, who they worshiped, and they will not be buried, yet as dung upon the face of the earth they shall be spread. Isaiah 42:16. I'll bring the blind by the way they knew not, leading to the paths they haven't known, and turn dark to light, and make crooked straight, and not forsaking them. 2nd Esdras 14:17. As the world weakens with age, more shall evil increase upon them that dwell on it, or the earth. Revelations 3:10. Since you've kept my word, I'll keep you from the hour of temptation, which shall fall upon the whole earth, to test those who dwell upon them, or upon it. 14:20. I'll reprove them, yet who will correct those born after? I believe this is 2nd Esdras again. Yet who will correct those who are born after? The world is in darkness, and they have no light. 14:21. For thy law is burnt, and no human knows your works, nor what is to come. 2 Timothy 4:7. I fought the good fight, ran the good race, kept thy ways. 4:5. Sober in all things and endure affliction, do the works of the disciple, fully carry out the ministry. 4:4. They turn their eyes from truth, then turn to myths. 4:3. Time will come the humans will endure sound doctrine, yet go after their own lust, and shall they call teachers to themselves, having itching ears. 4:2. Preach the word and be instant in season and when out of season. Reprove and rebuke. Exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. John 17:13-16. I speak in the world, that they may have my joy fulfilled in them. 14. I've given them your word. The world has hated them, for they and I am not of the world. 17:17-18. Sanctify them by truth, for your own word is truth. 17:18. As you sent me into the world, so have I sent them. 17:19. For their sake I sanctify myself, that they be sanctified in truth. 17:20. Not only for these do I pray, yet for those who shall follow them. Not the world, but yet for those who shall, as I said, who adopt the laws and follow them. Romans 3:31. Do we make void the law through faith? Thy forbid. For we establish the law and make it perfect. Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust your enemy. As iron rust, so is their wickedness. 12:9. In your prosperity, your enemy is grieved, and in your adversity, even a friend departs. 13:3. The rich does wrong, yet threatens everyone. The poor is wrong, and yes must still entreat. Baruch 6:3. And you'll be captives in Babylon 7 generations. After that, I'll bring you out. Also, I cited Revelations 18:4-7. 6:4. You'll see gods of silver, gold, and wood, which causes nations to fear and follow. 6:5. You be nothing like them, nor be afraid, and don't follow their multitudes. 6:6. Say in your hearts, I am faithful to thy and thy laws. 6:7. For my guides or / angels are with you, as am I or thy, watching over your souls. 6:10. Their priests convey from their gods of gold and silver, bestowing it upon themselves. 6:31. Their priests sit in the temple, their heads and beards shaven, nothing on their heads. Opposite of what the Israelite priests can do, not shave your head or your beards. 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of thy, the law that endures forever. All that follow will come to life. 4:2. Take of it and walk in the lights, be illuminated. So I believe that was all Baruch. Yep. Wisdom of Suleiman 6:18. Keeping of thy law is love. Keeping thy laws is assurance against incorruption. Same thing Jesus or Yahushua says. The love is to keep thy laws. 6:19-20. Incorruption makes us fear, or incorruption makes us near to thy. Therefore, desire of wisdom brings to the kingdom, or brings us to a kingdom. Exodus 21:15. He who steals a man then sells them, or found with them, he shall surely be put to death. 1 Corinthians 7:24. Blink. 1 Corinthians 7:23. You were bought at a price, yet do not become a slave to anyone. Psalms 109:1. Hold not thy peace, my source or creator. 109:2. The mouth of the wicked and deceitful are opened against me, spoken against me with lying tongues. 109 verse 3. So 109 verse 3. They surrounded me with words of hatred and fought I without a cause. 109:5. They rewarded evil for good and hatred for love, or for my love. 109:6. Set a wicked ruler over them and let evil be at their right hands. Yes. 109:7. And when they be judged, let them be condemned, and their prayers be as sin. 109:10. Let their children be a vagabond and beg and seek bread in desolate places. 109:11. And let the extortioners take all that they have, and strangers spoil their labors. It's like a curse to me. 109:12. May there be none to show mercy nor show favor. 109:13 and 15, or through 15. May their prosperity be cut off, and any memory of them erased from creation. 109:14. And let the iniquity of their parents be remembered with thy, and let not their sins be blotted out. 109:16. This because they showed no mercy, yet persecuted the poor and needy, even slaying the brokenhearted. 109:17. As they love cursing, so let the curse come upon them. Zephaniah 3:19. I will deal with the oppressor at that moment, and I will save the lame and gather the outcast. Isaiah 10, 1 through 2. Woe to those who make unjust laws, issuing oppressive decrees, to deprive the poor of their rights and withholding justice from the oppressed of thy people, my people. 10:6. I'll send a godless nation against you to loot and plunder you, to trample them down like mud in the streets. Romans 1:14. I am obligated both to Greeks and barbarians, both to wise and the foolish. 1:24. Thy gave them over in the sinful desires of their hearts, to sexual impurities, to degrade their bodies with one another, and changed truth of the Most High to lies, served images over the Most High. 1:9, or it could be 1:19. Oh, is that 1:9? I think it might be at 1:29. So either 1:29 or 1:19. I believe it's 29. They've been filled with evil, wickedness, greed. It had to be, that was 124 previous, 129. They've been filled with evil, wickedness, greed, and depravity, full of envy, murder, strife, and deceit, also with malice. 130. They've gossiped, slandered, insolent, boastful. Well, they are. Invent many ways of doing evil. 131. Have no understanding, fidelity, love, nor mercy. 132. Even though they know thy decree these actions deserve death, they not only continue to do these things, yet approve of the practices of them. 328. Blank. Romans. So, I believe that was Romans. Yeah, it should have been Romans. Well, I have Romans again. 8:3 through 4. The law was powerless because of the weakness of the flesh. That's why it's powerless. But still, not void. Thy sent the Son in likeness of the flesh to show you how that, well, that's my part in, to show you how to master the flesh. All right, back to scripture. So that the righteous requirements of the law are fully met. Exactly, see? Don't understand the laws. Judges 2:12 through 13, blank. 2:14. And thy anger gave them to the plundered. And thy anger gave them to the plunderers, and sold them to the enemies all around them, who they no longer were able to fight off. 2:15. Sound like the continent. Whenever Israel went to fight, they were defeated, as thy hast sworn, for thy was against them. Then we have 2:10. And when the old generation was gathered to the ancestors, another generation rose, who knew not the Most High in thy works. 134. The Amorites forced Dan into the mountains, and they wouldn't suffer them to come down to the valley. 2 Corinthians 8:9. We know the grace of Yahushua Christ, though he was rich, yet for your sakes he became poor, so that through his poverty might become rich. Acts 8:20. May your money burn with you, for you thought that you were able to purchase the gift of the Most High with money. Obadiah 1:10. For your violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. Malachi 1:4. Edom says, we are impoverished, yet we will return and build desolate places. They will build, yet I will throw it down. Obadiah, I believe, 1:11. All humans of your confederacy have chased you to the borders, and those at peace with you have deceived you, prevailed against you, and those who ate with you set a trap for you. 2 Esdras 8:19. This is the beginning of the words of Esdras before he was taken up. 8:35. There's none among them who has not dealt wickedly. 8:49 is blank. 8:50. Many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter cycles, for they have foolish pride. 8:52 blank. 8:53. The root of evil is from them. Okay, so the root of evil is sealed from them, and weakness and moth is hidden in you, or from you, or moths, I guess, and corruption is fled into hell and is forgotten. 854 is blank. 855, ask no more of this multitude that perish. 856, for they've taken liberty, despised the Most High, and thought to scorn thy law, and forsook thy ways. 857, more than this, they've trodden down thy righteous ones. 858, saying there is no source. 860, if that was true still, while oppressed the righteous. 860, they who are created defile thy creation and presence, unthankful to the source which created them. Luke 23:28, humans don't weep for me, weep for yourselves and for your children. Matthew 12:14, Pharisees and I guess the scribes or Jews plotted how they'd kill Yahushua. John 11:48, if we let him go on like this, Rome will take our temple and our nation. Luke 17:10, blank. Ecclesiastes 5:2, don't make rash promises. Proverbs 20:25, dedicate something rashly and you will only think about it tomorrow. Or think about the vow later on. 2 Chronicles 8:17, Suleiman went to Ezon Geber, also to Eloth, the seaside in the land of Edom. 8:18, Hiram sent ships and servants who had knowledge of the sea. 1 Kings 9:11, Hiram, king of Tyre, furnished Suleiman with cedar trees and fir trees, gold as to his desire. Suleiman gave him 20 cities in the land of Galilee. 9:12, Hiram inspected the cities and didn't like them. 9:13, called it the land of Kabul, still till this day. 9:16, Pharaoh took Gezer and slain Canaanites, gave it to his daughter, Suleiman's wife, as a present. 9:20-21, Amorites, Hittites, Perizzites, Hivites, Jebusites, who weren't Israel. Those who Israel didn't destroy, Suleiman made bondservants till this day. 15:9-11, as did what? Alright, so Asa did what was right in thy sight. 15:12, took away the Sodomites and idols. 15:13, even removed his mother from being queen, for she too made idols. 16:8, see, not for your own parents' sake do you disgrace the laws. 16:8, Elah was king over Israel. 16:9-10, Zimri, his servant, plotted to kill him while he was drunk and smote and killed him. 2 Kings, exactly. See, well, I say, why you want to have servants? I mean, like slave as servants, when they gonna hate you and any moment can rise up against you. Those who supposed to be servants supposed to willingly give their life to keep the kingdom going, but not servants, but you know. But either way, 2 Kings 9:1-3, Elisha the prophet called one of the sons of the prophets, gird up your loins and take this boy or box of oil, pour it on the heads of the yin, saying, thy has anointed you king over Israel, and leave it, don't tarry. 9:7, you shall smite the house of Ahab, that I may avenge the blood of my servants the prophets. Jeremiah 32:42, thy has brought evil against these people, thy will bring the good promise to the righteous. 32:43, the field shall be brought in the land, 32:44, humans will buy fields for money or with money, subscribe evidence and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin. I will cause those of captivity to return. 32:33, they've turned their backs to me, though I have taught them, still haven't listened to my instructions. Ezekiel 15:7, I'll set my face against them, and they'll come out one fire. Oh yes, and into another one, and will be devoured. 16:30, all that you do are the works of an imperious, whorish woman. Imperious, yeah. 16:37. I'll gather all your lovers and those who you love, and also who you hated, and I'll gather them all around against you, and shall reveal your nakedness. 16:39, and I'll give you into their hands, and they'll throw down your eminent places, and they'll strip you and take your jewels, leaving you naked. Hebrews 6:6 is blank. 3:16, some heard yet did not provoke. Remembered not all of them left Egypt with Moses. 2:18, he suffered to be tempted. He is able to succor them that are tempted. Romans 10. I go back to my other verse where it says you gotta first master the law before you can teach the law, so you can teach them who struggle with individual struggles of each law. Romans 10:16, they obeyed not Esaias, for he said to thy, who has believed our report. 10:19, did not Israel know? First Moses said, I'll provoke you to jealousy by them that are a people. By a foolish nation I'll anger you. So I'll provoke you to jealousy by them that are people, or my people, or not my people. By a foolish nation I'll anger you. All right. 10:20, Esaias is very bold, saying, I found of those who sought me not, and I was manifest unto them that asked not after me. 10:21, yet of Israel he says, all cycles long I stretched my hand, so all the day long I stretched first my hand to the disobedient and gainsaying people. Joshua 23:14, behold, I am going the way of all the earth. You know in your hearts and souls not one thing has failed of all the things that I have spoken concerning you. All have come to pass, not one has failed. 23:15 through 16 is blank. Ezekiel 38 8 through 9 is blank. 37:21, I'll take the children of Israel from among the heathen and gather them and bring them into their own place. 31:22, make one nation of you, one king over Israel, and shall no longer be two nations, nor they be divided against each other. 37:23, no longer defile yourselves, nor worship idols, nor will they transgress. Save them from their dwellings where they currently sin, and will cleanse them. Then they'll be my people, and I'll be their source. 27:24, Dawood my servant will be their king. Have one shepherd and walk in my laws and do them. 27:25, Dawood shall be their prince forever.